You're listening to PDR Tool Talk, all about PDR stories, tools, and techniques.
Mobile Tech RX, the app that helps you make more money.
For the thousands in attendance, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Welcome to another fun-filled, exciting 2021 season of PDR Tool Time. I'm John Renstrom alongside Daniel Grom, Ben Stelisandro, Hudson Tansey, and if you're seeing us on video, that's your fault. It's a brand new year. It's a brand new, well, I guess, show format. I'm not really sure. I lost my enthusiasm right when I had to try to figure out what the hell we're doing.
I know. You have to think about that you're on video and you have to watch everything you do. No picking your nose, Vince.
I'm just going to pretend that we're not on video. Are we doing? Is this actually? Will we release some video this time?
We're releasing video.
This will be start doing video.
Yes.
Do what?
It'll be a test run for video. We're going to build up to why we're doing videos.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it makes sense. Like we're always explaining tools. Now you can just go watch it.
Yeah,
that's right.
We're not sure.
Some people like to watch YouTube.
Vince can't do these annoying looks at me. No.
Oh, we're still going to do the annoying looks. Are you still going to do this? Are you still here? Are you going to still do this?
No, we're not going to do that either. If you guys don't bore me to death, you got to stop boring me to death.
Daniel's going to be nodding off any second now.
No, he took his blue pills right before we saw him. You should have got that on video.
All right, so before we get into it, now that we have video, why don't we hit that segment of what's in your cup? What are you drinking? What are you drinking tonight, gentlemen?
I already drank it.
Ale, party ale.
Yeah,
Gatorade.
Well, Daniel's the only one that's still at work.
I'm drinking coffee.
He's drinking coffee.
No, you're not. Are you really?
How at your age do you really drink coffee at this hour?
I don't drink coffee. Period.
Oh, what do you drink?
What do I do?
Rum.
I take sports drink. What's that one called? C4. C4 in the morning. That's
my gosh, that's worse than coffee.
It is 10 times worse.
That's pre-workout.
He tried to do that at MTE. What was that? 2 or 3 years ago, and I felt every single. Like it felt like my skin was inside out. You know what I mean?
Because it's got B12. That's B12 working, man.
No, that is not B12, dude. That is like 10 times the amount of caffeine you need. That's a pre-workout.
Yeah.
That's behavior.
I've never even heard of it. But man, if I drink like say a Red Bull, that's it. I don't sleep right for 4 days. I can't do that kind of caffeine.
You got to build up a tolerance, John.
No, I don't need a tolerance to that crap. I'm good.
Yeah.
All right, so am I the only one drinking then? Is that what you guys are saying?
I'm drinking Karuba.
Karuba rum and Coke, or just straight up Karuba dark rum?
Karuba and Coke.
Yeah, I was going to have my one shot of whiskey tonight, but I had a dental appointment this morning, so I got a little dehydrated and I couldn't have any liquor.
Maybe next later. Dehydration.
So, guys, how was your New Year's?
Hold on. I'm drinking Whistle Pig 10-year. All right, go ahead.
You took too long. Sorry.
Well,
I move on to the next segment. How was your year?
My New Year was fantastic. Well, you and Hudson, you guys were like skiing and then playing in the
surf.
And the surf.
Yeah. Man, I'm not a beach guy. Just not. Simple as that. But we went to the beach. So
when Hudson was out in LA, I made Hudson put his feet in the Pacific Ocean just to see that he put his feet in the Pacific Ocean.
I've already done it before. He thought this was some special thing. Like I've never been to LA, but poor Vince. I was like, you know what, bud?
I think really, if you're trying for a first in LA, you have to go stand in a homeless person's urine puddle. That would be first.
No, that's San Francisco. You got to get closer to Daniel.
There actually is an app for that too.
Oh yeah, there's an app showing you where all the poop is.
Yeah, the poop app for San Francisco.
You can literally go across San Francisco stepping on poop and needles.
Yes.
Oh,
Wow.
oh man.
Okay,
But
and
yeah.
on that sort of exciting note, I had a pretty laid back, just my wife and I. We enjoyed bringing in the New Year's together in our semi-quarantine. Our friends are all doing good. My dad is, he's feeling fine. My stepmom has no symptoms. So everybody that had COVID that put us into quarantine is coming out just fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not everyone's fine. I'm meeting people that are dying down here from COVID. So, and some people that are getting transfusions, and some people that are just fine from COVID. So,
Yep.
You know, I think that's a good. We could use this as a good segue into talk about MTE and the reason why maybe someone wouldn't go, or why would would go. I mean, it's a morbid reason. It's the reason why I still have not made a decision whether or not I'm going.
Sure. And I think it's going to be that way. Just the thing with COVID. Now, like I said, my close friends and family, no effect. Now, I had another friend in the ICU at the VA hospital.
Yeah.
So
now I heard some interesting news on the radio. They were talking about certain medications people were on. So like blood pressure kind of medications can make symptoms worse.
Wow.
They named a few other kind of drugs. So that might be something makes it worse.
I'll tell you this. If you're not taking vitamin D, you need to start taking it now. Simple as that.
Yep.
They've been there was a study done. They're like, why is the homeless population not getting wrecked by COVID? They didn't know why.
In the sun all the time.
Yeah, I've been asking that question.
And here's the thing. They started testing the homeless population. They all have COVID, just no symptoms. They're all asymptomatic pretty much, but their vitamin D is through the roof.
how much vitamin D is in my whiskey? Because
if you drink it in the sun, quite a lot.
If D stands for don't give a crap.
The vitamin D is the dark stuff in my ice cube. That's vitamin D.
Yeah.
You're a little too close to the mic there, Vince.
Yeah, we couldn't hear you, and that's okay. That we're fine with that. I'll give you some vitamin D.
The cloudy stuff is vitamin D in my ice ball.
Vince, you're too close to the mic.
Yeah, you're too close to the mic.
The stuff
Stop breathing into the mic.
But yeah, so if you're not taking, vitamin D, they're seeing a lot of good things. The vitamin D is.
But if you're still not comfortable with the crowd, that it just makes sense not.
Okay, here's my argument. So I went to Tahoe right after Christmas. We made reservations. They honored the reservations. We get up there, and we had this whole hotel to ourselves. It was fantastic. No noise. We saw one or two people wandering around various times. We pretty much felt like we had the whole place to ourselves. It was awesome. And then we went to the ski resort. Now I go up to Tahoe quite a bit on the holidays, and it's always overcrowded. You get 3 runs in, and it's stupid. This time, no crowds. It was freaking fantastic. Loved it. Had a great time. And then we went snowmobile for the final day, and we were signed up as a group rate. They had to give us a private tour, and that was even better than anything else I could ever have done. And so that can translate into what's going on in Florida for MTE.
So it could be MTE Orlando, could be like MTE Vegas, is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller, a little bit more intimate, not high stress, high energy kind of thing, but where you really can get one-on-one conversations with people, get connections, make new friends, get more time with the vendors, really be able to pick their brains sometimes, that sort of thing. So I think it could be a big positive. I personally plan on bringing my family, and we're going to make a little vacation out of it.
Oh, are you? You're bringing the whole family?
Yep.
Holy
nice.
smokes.
Sweet.
I mean, flights are cheap AF right now, so why not?
But
yeah,
that's good.
Not telling anybody except you guys.
Well,
I have family members that are Nazis.
Normally I'd bunk with Mr. Ground, but it looks like I'm not bunking with Mr. Ground this time.
I'm not bunking with you anymore, man.
What?
I'm still on the fence. I don't know. and obviously I want to go, but I want to be safe about it. My worry isn't about like I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm good. I don't have anything that makes me high risk, but it's the 2 weeks of quarantine. If I do get it, that's 2 weeks down that I'm not able to service my customers and things like that. So I'm not denying, like, I'm not thinking that it's as bad as some people say it is. I'm also not saying that it is non-existent. But the thing is if I do get it, that's 10 to 14 days that I gotta hole up somewhere.
And that's something that all of us
sounds awesome to me. I don't know what you're complaining about.
Well, no, I mean, hey, I'll take it. I'll take it. I love spending time with my family, but also
you're in a competitive market.
I like taking care of my customers, and they're important to me. And
your customers would understand. Hey, I'm quarantined for 2 weeks. I got COVID.
They get it. They get it, but you still got to, and I got guys like I got Jason Thrasher who can come in and take care. He'll help me out, but I'd prefer not to have that situation. And honestly, I'm pretty sure I got COVID after last MTE. I've never been that sick as in my life, and I tested negative for the flu and negative for strep. But they were like, "We don't know what you got, but you got something bad." And I was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
It was called convention flu. We all had it, and it wasn't COVID.
Ever.
Yeah, everybody had the convention flu.
Yes. Yeah.
But for me, my 2 weeks couldn't have happened technically at a better time because it happened right over Christmas and New Year's. So, it was a good vacation. Wife and I got a bunch of stuff done around the house.
Well, that's why you and we held down the fort last week, is because I was on quarantine too. I was supposed to be in Chicago for Christmas. That did not happen. But I will tell you this: like, I'll be at MTE, rain or shine. If I have to wear a mask, I'll wear a mask. Chances are the mask Nazis are not going to be on the floor. Of course, a hotel or any place of business has to tell you the requirements, which is to wear a mask and social distance and all that. Whether or not it is actually enforced, I would guess that they will not be enforcing it.
I'm going to get what I'm going to wear. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Here we go. Here we go.
Could be something really creative and classy. Speaking of which, did you guys watch football? All the conferences, the freaking college football. Those coaches, they had really cool stuff on, right? Oh my gosh, dork! Did you get?
These are sold at Anson, right?
No. Does that go over your hat?
Yeah, it's made by Rawlings.
Oh my gosh!
Wow.
Huh.
This goes right on top. You get a pack of like 10 of them or something like that in a little pack.
How funny.
Interesting.
So you can either go as someone that looks like a medical professional or like an astronaut.
I'm kind of digging the astronaut look.
I would actually think that you're going to pass out from lack of oxygen. That thing is like right up against your face.
No. It's not.
Like a mask, isn't?
Think of how many people you could spit on without actually spitting.
But that's what I wear when I'm doing the estimates. When I have to go in front of a customer, that's what I wear, because if I'm wearing a mask, I'm steaming up my glasses and I can't see the dent.
Yeah.
This is true.
I just
Very
wear
true.
that. Nobody complains, so I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's effective. It gets the job done. It makes sure and covers the important part.
The thing I'm frustrated with is I've been told that if you've had COVID and you have the antibodies, that you're not going to transmit and you're not going to get it. And so,
But they say they don't know.
T-shirt or something that we can wear to say that, or badge, or a card, or what? Why don't we have cards?
Wouldn't you have to get tested to know for sure that you were in the clear?
Yeah, you would, because not everyone has antibodies after having COVID.
Well, all these people on the news are testing positive for COVID. So right after that, they should be wearing a badge or a T-shirt saying, "Hey, I had the COVID. I'm good now. I don't have to wear a mask." See a lot of people not wearing masks.
Like a scarlet A.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Or antibodies.
Yeah.
I'm not putting a gold. I'm not putting a gold star on my sleeve.
I've met so many people out here that have had COVID that they won't even tell you. I mean, unless you're like deep in conversation. Well, I had it back in July. It's like, really? Why didn't you say something back in July? I was around you.
There's this one guy who's an idiot. Like my friends had to quarantine for 2 weeks because they're over here putting their Christmas lights up, and their neighbor comes over to them, and like they're putting it up, and he's just talking to them out in the yard, right? And
we're just going home. We got COVID.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, hey, what do you? Because they work from home, and he doesn't, and they're like, oh, do you get the day off? He's like, well, I got COVID, so I'm just here, and they're like, what are you doing? He's like, well, we're outside, so we're fine. I'm like, we had like a dinner plan, and they're like, dude, you got kids, like we're just gonna play it safe, so we had to like put it off. And I was like, it's like, come on, like really. I get it. Some people don't take it as seriously, but that doesn't mean. Yeah, have I told y'all what the route I'm going with this whole thing? My mentality?
No, maybe.
I take it as a Southern hospitality thing.
Okay,
all right.
Explain yourself.
I'm going to explain myself. This is how I take it. Southern hospitality is offering, putting others before yourself, being very kindly and friendly to those even that you don't know, right? You always smile. You always take care of those around you.
Yes, ma'am. No.
Do what? Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Please. Thank you. There's just a thing about Southern. It's what makes Texas so appealing. It's going away with all these Californians moving here, Vince. But, see, people watch the video. They can see when you flip me off now.
Yes.
we should have a new. You need to put on your soundboard like an eagle, like when you flip me off. Right. Anyways, so I take it like this: is the majority of the population is okay. They're fine. They don't have a bunch of comorbidities or things that would make it harmful for them, right? But there is a small part of the population that if they do get COVID, it is a serious thing, right? It's a small part, but it is. So the way I view it as a Southern hospitality is if I have to wear this mask, whether it's effective or not, I don't know. The science is still inconclusive, in my opinion, on either side. But if me wearing a mask allows those people to have the same freedoms that I have right now, I'll gladly do it. And that's Southern hospitality. Is like, yeah, I got to wear this stupid thing over my face. I don't want to. I don't think anybody wants to. But guess what? There's people that I want to have the same freedoms to go and eat out like I do, to go grocery shopping like I do, and go to a movie like I do. And if I have to wear a mask, so those people who are high risk can do it as well, I'm okay with it. I don't like it.
It's called human decency, not Southern hospitality.
Well, no. So human decency is gone. It only exists in the South now. You should know this.
No.
I'm talking to you, Tori Jenkins. You hear me? Yeah, it's non-existent up there.
But those guys are Yankees. There's a whole lot.
We need to circle back around to tools and.
Sorry, tangent.
Why don't we have this podcast tonight? We were going to talk about something.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're talking about them.
We have some show and tell.
Hold on. Yes, but hold on. Before we move away from MTE, I do have to say this. It's a day premature because I don't have 100% confirmation on all of the companies. But as you know, there's not going to be a lot of the smaller companies at MTE. And Anson as a whole will be representing a lot of those small companies.
Perfect.
For shizzle. For certain, it will that cover all of them. It will cover.
I think he got them all.
We will have Illuminant lights there. Okay. We will have what else will we have? We will have most likely Carbon Tech stuff there.
I was just going to ask.
We will definitely be having Dead On Dent Tool stuff there. We will also be having some other odds and ends. I heard Pro PDR Solutions backed out today, so we will probably have some lights and some stands there because we will be helping out the Dent Olympics, which does not. If you're thinking about ever competing in the Dent Olympics and want to take the championship, do it now. This is the year to do it. They do have signups, but they are not like in the past, let's just say. So you have a good opportunity of winning, especially the tag team competition. I heard the signups for that are a little bit more bleak than the regular.
Because they have to stay 6 feet apart, so it's really hard to fix dents that way.
Not really. We're going to have to fact check you, mister. Don't make me fact check you. But anyways, yeah. So
Partially correct.
if you are going to MTE, stop by the Hanson booth because we're going to have a shit ton of stuff from not every company, but most. And don't forget, we will have our 2 Anson vans there, which carry just about everything in there as well. So
Cool.
there's not going to be a lot of stuff missing. You will be able to get your inspection wedge there, and also the new Magnatech mat in blue. Blue. It's not just for MTE anymore all the time.
And you can get some of these fancy hubs.
The hubs. All right, so move on. You want to talk about hubs, John?
I'll talk
about your hubby.
hubs.
Your hubby.
Yeah, or you can show you my hubby.
Oh, God.
All right, so this, I've talked about the tequila hand tools, but this is an Excalibur. So we all talk about Excalibur. Excalibur makes awesome tools. I do believe this is the left hand AP14. I do believe yellow handle with the black ends. For those of you familiar with them, you have a tendency to snap that handle off. Unfortunately, the end of that shaft is extremely brittle, and they had several runs where they were kind of breaking for the guys that really, really tweaked them out. I happen to have a couple of them, so we decided with these Anson hubs that I ordered, it was time to test them out. I think we talked about this a little bit last week or a couple of weeks ago. What we did was these hubs are actually threaded with 1/2x16 threads on the inside. So we took a stainless bolt, drilled it out the size of this shaft, then got that stainless bolt super hot, glowing hot, and then forced it down over the shaft, welded only on the end of the shaft, then screwed the hub on.
How did you drill out the bolt?
I have a friend with a mill and a lathe.
With the what? Sorry, someone was talking on top of you.
I have a friend with a mill and a lathe.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
So yeah, he's got all the machinist equipment, so it made it very convenient to do this experiment. Then we TIG welded the 1/2-inch bolt, stainless bolt, to the stainless hub.
Right.
And that is the same way that A1 is putting these hubs on their tools at their factory.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yep.
They're working out good.
It's been working good. I've been beating the heck out of this thing for a couple of weeks. Really tweaked it out on some aluminum today, and it hasn't let loose yet.
Can you hold it up to the camera a little bit closer and let's see those welds? Turn it.
Yeah, those are some sexy welds.
Now, I can't take credit for the welds. I don't know if my camera...
As long as it's in front of your forehead, we could see it.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to focus in close.
So if you were to powder coat that, would that like coat it well and look good?
Yeah, or you could polish it because all of this is stainless.
Yeah.
So this is just raw because we didn't have a clue, A friend of mine, Steve, he did the machining and the welding just for the fun of it while I was helping him fix on his truck.
You just want to make sure you don't damage those teeth at all, because those teeth are going to be going into your Gorilla Grip, and you don't want to damage them.
You don't want to damage the teeth, and you do not want to get the heat down here into the shaft at all on this tool.
No. Anything spring steel, it will snap like it's ice.
Very brittle. Yeah.
Very brittle if you get it too hot. If you get that glowing red hot, when it cools down, if you hit it with a hammer, it'll just crack in a million pieces.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And that's why they're
supposed to cool it off in oil, right?
On the end.
I don't even think that's supposed to. I don't know. You've been watching too much Forged in Fire there, son.
I I would think you would actually have to re-anneal it, which means you'd need to put it in the oven at 400 degrees and spend a week trying to get it cooled down. And that probably would get the strength and pull the brittle back out of it. But I wouldn't know. You would really have to talk to a metallurgist.
Ooh, we should get a metallurgist on the show.
We should. I thought about going back to school for that.
I think we should do forge for dent tools. And answer.
I have forged dent tools, man. I
forgery.
got some old Ford rods, man. Those things are tough.
Yeah.
Well, I'm working on that because, the new Anson 2.0 is going to have a whole bunch of events coming up and stuff like that. One of them specifically is the open house, which will be May 8th, Saturday, May 8th.
Oh, you got a date?
We have a date, yes.
No way.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of stuff going on that week. There's Mega Media that will be going on prior to that. So Cinco de Mayo is on a Wednesday, and then Mega Media I think, starts then. And then it's going to culminate with the open house on Saturday. But then Gene Fetty has his mastermind group on that Sunday, I believe.
Yeah, that'll be a good one. So just so everybody's clear, Saturday, May 8th, that falls on a Saturday.
Yes.
Just hold that in there.
It's important to know that because it actually is the day before Mother's Day.
Yes.
So, wah. That's the wah part.
So get your mom a big rod for Mother's Day.
Yes, at Anson's open house.
So that's exciting, man. May 8th. Okay.
May 8th.
So if you guys don't make MTE,
Oh, yeah.
you got to make Anson. It's going to be the next best thing and might be better because there's now 2 tiki bars in the area. There's one in Dallas and there's one down the street.
No.
Closed.
No. That's Arlington. We're no longer in Arlington. We're going to be in Burleson.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's close enough.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's down the street from Anson currently.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, Hudson, go.
What you got?
Oh yeah. You can go to what was I going to say?
Yeah.
I was going to say
and
like
tell.
by the
Show and
time
tell.
May gets here, Joe Biden will cure COVID, right? Like that's what everyone's saying, right?
Don't go politics on us.
No, Joe Biden's
go
the
down
savior of America.
Don't go down
Right?
that road.
That's what everyone's saying, right?
Yeah.
That's why
You
he
have any
was
dent tools or not?
me. Oh, I got to go get them.
Okay. We're skipping you. All right.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
I want to talk a little bit about this little tool here. This is Keco's smallest slide hammer, and this is my perfect finishing Glexo combination right here.
You got too much Glexo on that.
And I wrapped it around.
I know, but that's still too much.
Whatever. I do me. So these are their new plastics. Gosh, I don't remember what they're called. Do you know what they're called, Vince?
There's a set of them. Actually, Anson carries them.
Yeah.
Look it up while you're doing
So
it.
they're plastic, so they're cheaper. They're less expensive than the metal ones. And honestly, they've been working really well for me.
Is that screw down and lock into the tip of that slide hammer, or does the slide hammer have a lock to hold the tab?
So it has a traditional Glexo kind of locking mechanism that you just twist and it locks down on it. And this little slide hammer, it expands pretty good. It expands within the handle itself. But this is really lightweight. So this is like my finishing. So today I had a rail and I finished it off and I just had a few little low spots and I came in with this tool and it just works perfect. I mean, it's really quick and easy, just boom, 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 boom. And you get out those micro lows with this thing. And I've got to say, guys, I had one of the local Dentex stop by and he goes, what's that right there? And I go, that's Glexo. What? You don't have any? And he had no idea. Didn't even know what I was talking about. And I'm like, oh my God. Guys, if you don't have it, you don't know what you're missing out on. And I'm getting so good at it. I'm almost replacing glue pulling sometimes.
It is Keco cold glue hail tab and silicone cap set. It does come with caps that go over that when you're done using it as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's only $69.95.
Yep.
I mean, John, you've been experiencing the same thing. You said you're doing a lot more hail, right?
I was curious if that if the slide on that slide hammer was going to be a long enough throw, but it sounds like you must be doing all right.
Yeah. It works great for me.
I wouldn't want 2 more inches on that slide.
That's what she said. All right. Now, the reason why I said that, Daniel, I think if you take about a third of that Glexo off the end of that you have on the end of that tab and make that a little bit less, it's going to snap even harder, which is what is insane about it. I kept making the mistake of having a little bit too much glue on my tab on that lightweight hammer.
Keep on going.
Yep. You take that little bit more off and it makes a world of difference.
There you go. Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. I will try that. Thank you for that tech tip. And
otherwise that's great. Yeah. Keco, I didn't realize those.
And this was inexpensive. It wasn't expensive at all. But so I have my big Glexo is the Kiwi hammer or the slide hammer. That's really the heavy hitter. I mean, that thing takes out monster dents and works fantastic. And then I go to my Ultra. I have 3 slide hammers dedicated for this now. Yeah. And, heavy, medium, and light. And I'm loving it more and more. The more and more I do it, the better I get at it.
Well, that slide hammer, Daniel, that's a 1 pound slide hammer from Keco.
Yeah, it's super light.
$95. And you can check the show notes and we'll have that up there for you guys and girls.
Yep. All right, moving on.
A little slide hammer.
What do you got there, Hudson? Stop chewing.
Sorry, I grabbed a little piece of steak on the way up. And some more whiskey. See, this is what I'm drinking. Weller.
Okay.
Weller's a good one. I enjoy Weller.
Show us your tools.
Weller.
Show us your tools.
No.
We probably shouldn't say that to Hudson. Yeah, what do you got?
Okay. This is what I'm bringing to the table here, gentlemen. We all know and love this guy.
Yep.
I think I've talked about this already.
Yep. Love it.
Door jammer.
Which one is it for the people that are listening to our podcast?
The XL, the big Willy Quick door jammer or hood prop.
The prop, yeah.
Okay, it's got the little guy that closes in.
So you hold, it's got a C end that you can screw. I turn in the whole thing, and then it has a quick release on the opposite to help lock the panel down tight.
Yeah, so and then you screw it to tighten it. Now here's the deal. This is great, but it wasn't long enough. So I said, "Hey, I need it longer. Can you help me out here?" And they were like, "Of course. Here you go."
So wait a minute. It's bigger.
Little adapter that goes onto that.
So
show us.
I will
show our listening audience what is going on here. What's this voodoo that you portray in front of us right now? Okay.
Here, give you some ASMR.
And can you still adjust?
Now you have a hatch prop.
And that's fully extended.
Hatch prop.
It looks probably about 2 feet fully extended.
Wow. It looks like some more. Looks like some Bruce Lee device that you can take people out.
So here's the deal. He does not make this extension for sale because there's only been like 3 people that wanted it. I said, you should make this.
Well, now everybody's going to want it.
Well, I hope so. I think he should make it. And I wanted to put it on here so everyone would see. Now,
all right, so That's the HDT Quick Prop Rod, and
Now,
it sells for $229.
Yeah,
I gotta do
but that's without the extension.
I got to do a shout out to those guys because I had a problem with a motorcycle tank, and I had an idea, and I shared it with them, and he sent me out a little prototype tool to basically it goes inside the tank, and it would support the opening so you wouldn't crush the opening. And he made up this little thing. Unfortunately, I don't think it would be a big seller, to be honest with you. I
Nothing
told him
motorcycle is.
no.
Yeah, and pretty much anything you design, Daniel. But they're good.
Whoa. No.
Okay.
Fresh
Bye-bye.
seasoning.
Bye-bye, Hudson.
He's gonna kick me off. He's gonna kick me off.
Hudson,
look on-
you better show up at MTE so Daniel can put you over his lap and spank. like the little child that you are.
Oh, now we have to edit now.
No, we don't. I'm not editing anything.
That's going through. That's going through.
Everything
All
with
right.
podcast is okay. The video, the YouTube don't care.
He muted me. But okay, here's what else I got. So Daniel, I saw what you were showing, and even though I wasn't here to listen, I know exactly where you're going with that. You probably use that Keco one to finish your dents, right?
Yes.
That subtle low at the end.
Yep.
Have you ever had that subtle high that you can't see?
Yep.
Right? And until you're far away.
Yep.
So I've got the Willie Quick hammer. So typically, I made a video about this, but look at this thing. They have an extension they sell. This guy. It's like an extra foot. So here's a regular hammer that's like, I think 16, 18 inches.
18.
It's 18. Well, add another foot to that. And it's so lightweight that you can actually, with a lot of control, I mean, you can't even fit this thing in this. Look at how long this is. It's
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's a 30-inch hammer right there.
so if I ever have that really subtle high that I just can't see, I just get this bad boy and I can just, I mean,
I love our industry.
All right. So those extensions, I'm putting up the links and getting those links. They come in 3 lengths: 9-inch, 13-inch, and 17-inch, and they vary from $35 to $55.
I mean,
And it's pretty good balance,
light, man.
midway.
It is crazy light. I mean, it's carbon fiber with a magnetic, and so it's also, they have the magnetic little things here. So they just, we can get the ASMR.
Hey, hold on. What is that that blending tip you have on the other side? Do you have a match grade from Dead on Dead?
VIP. This is VIP.
It's VIP.
That's VIP.
Battleship.
And then this is Dead on Dent Tools. It's like a mushroom tip.
Yeah, that
mushroom?
one.
Or
I
time.
don't like
It looks
using
like
those on
hourglass.
my hammers because they're just so rounded on the top.
Yeah, I can understand if you're probably because you're working lots of rails, right? These
Yeah.
are not fun for rails. This is for flat panels. This is flat panel work. I've got my rail hammer ready to go.
That makes a lot more sense. Yep, I wasn't
Yeah,
thinking about using it.
I like a flatter tip.
Yeah, I like a flatter tip, but like I'm trying to use.
But you're right.
I'm trying to use more hammer than knockdown more nowadays. I'm trying to get I'm probably 75% hammer. Yeah, I'm about 75% blending hammer now on most of my work instead of using knockdown.
Now, do you ever do like use a hammer with another hammer? Use 2 hammers, so you're using one hammer as an extension, knockdown.
Well, I have the
all
Dent
the
Crap
time.
extended hammer, but no, I don't do that anymore because I have blending hammers now.
I do that all the time because
Yeah, but it gives you a
SUVs.
different kind of hit. It depends on the panel and what the
Maybe if you
strength
suck at
of it is.
blending, Daniel. Do you suck at blending?
No, I do blending too, but there's times for blending, but there's times for this as well.
I know. Well, no, I'm
Gives-
like
gives
using
you a
my
different
hammer as a knockdown now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Like, it's
when
not
you make
blending.
a fine pickle mark with an 8-foot dent rod, you're not reaching out there with just the hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. What you're saying, John, as a hail guy, I completely, I mean, there's,
Yeah.
I don't disagree with what y'all are saying. You know, I just, I'm going to reach for the thing that's going to quickest. So,
all right. So we've covered the Keco glue tabs, the Wiley, Willie. Dang it. I'm never going to get that right. And the hatch jammer and the extended hammer, the Anson hubs. Vince, what
nose picker.
Mr.
He's
Vince
not going to
have?
have anything.
He's not going to have any. He forgot.
He better have the best stuff.
Yeah, right. The dude works at a freaking tool store and forgot to bring a tool.
No, he's got the nose picker. The nose picker 2000.
Yes.
That's the 2020 nose freezer.
Listen, you need to simmer down now. Simmer down. You over there, and you in that corner, and you in this corner down here, and this over here. You need to all simmer down now. I forgot my tools.
You are a tool.
I had 2 tools that I wanted to bring, and I forgot both of them. So I'll just tell you what they are. Phenolic tips. We made a set of 5 phenolic tips, and
Did you send those out today?
I did send them out today. Daniel, you'll be getting a set of those.
Are they on the website yet?
Yes, they are. Yeah, they're on the website. You just have to know how to spell phenolic.
Right? I know. It was like,
Not with an F.
totally
Why
screwed.
couldn't you call them something else?
I did. It put in wood resin tips.
No, call it.
You call it hybrid wood tips, like a wood hybrid or something like
Not wood.
waxy wood.
Not wood.
Sexy wood tips.
Sexy wood tips.
Huh?
So we got
Sexy
the,
wood. I mean, that's what my wife wakes up to every morning, but
Right? Just the tip.
well, that's your opinion. We'll have to get hers. Tequila low radius phenolic resin tip set with ball tip.
I really want to try those, by the way.
Yeah. If you just type in wood tips, it'll come up.
It does.
I've been using phenolic tips for years, especially on motorcycle tanks. I mean, it's a must. Or if you're doing any kind of motorcycles, it's a must.
They're not slippery?
No, they can be. You have to. They will get slick after some use, and you just take a little bit of sandpaper and rough them up again, because they will get glossy. As soon as they start to get glossy, just take a little sandpaper, rough them up, and they'll be fine. But what it does on a motorcycle tank, if you try to use a metal tip, you'll see that teat show through right away. I mean, it's just real prominent.
Did you say teat?
Yep, teat. You know, that little
High
micro
spot.
high,
the little nipple. Yeah.
the little nipple.
Well, just a little.
And if you use phenolic, it's like using a metal tip, but it doesn't make that teat.
Ah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, do some more immature stuff.
I could have really used that information over
Everyone
my
loves
little break
nipples.
when I got my butt whooped on a Yamaha tank. So
Yeah, I just never suggest using metal, hardly ever.
I use them all the time. But anyways, the phenolic are a different feel. To me, it kind of feels like a nylon tip, you know, or a Delron. However, you're not
Without
going
the
to get
slippage.
without the slippage. Exactly.
Oh, that's
Now, you'll see like the low radius. That's the common. That's the 4 tips in the set. That's what Anson. That we make that in every single type of material.
okay.
So we followed suit with that. And then the one that I wanted to add was the ball. And the ball, like you said, Daniel, we were talking about it earlier. With the ball, you always hit. There's never really a center on a ball. You know what I mean? You could miss push and you're still
Yeah,
gonna.
it doesn't matter about your angle. Your angle, you're always going to get the same push.
Yeah.
No matter what angle.
No matter what
If
angle.
you're side loading or just your.
Yeah, there's no sharp spot on
Yeah.
the tip itself.
And
And,
when
that's
you're,
why my main hail tools are ball tips.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, John, quick question. You've got a blasted Suburban roof, and you've got a
Small
double.
fortune.
What?
It's small fortune.
Yeah. Do you, and you've got a double-sided hell rod. All right. You got a tip on either side. What are your two tips you're using?
I have the sharp tip, which, basically if you're looking at this, it would be Dentcraft number 2 or a ultra stainless sharp. And then basically sharp. I don't know what ultra's number is on their sharp stainless tip, but it's their sharpest one.
How sharp is it? Is it like sharp, like it could pierce through if you push hard enough, or like a kind of a dull sharp?
Well, kind of a dull sharp, like a Dentcraft number 2.
I don't know that, but
the number 1 is as sharp as a sharpened pencil, and then it gets a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's actually a negative one, which is really sharp.
Well, okay. I'll put. Yeah, and then the phenolic ball tip that we were just discussing, that's on the opposite side, except really? It's the plastic from Dentcraft, because it's I think I put it in show notes before in the past, but
red or blue?
No, it's black.
Oh,
the hard plastic.
A hard plastic. I'm sorry. Oh, okay. So that would end in a P.
Yeah. So. I'm bringing up Dentcraft's website right now, and I'll put the 2 tips that I use.
I'm guessing it's going to be a R16P.
I think you're right there.
It's funny. This is what I've loved since working at Anson. Vince would like make fun of Dentcrafts, like, these are all stupid. Why would you name a tool this? And now he's like so in love with Dentcrafts because now he knows
numbers.
Because now you know why they name them what they are, and he's like, this is incredible. This is genius.
Well, now I can go work at Dentcraft.
Have you ever used Dentcraft's smallest ball tip? It's smaller than a BB.
Smaller than an R4?
Yeah.
Yes, and it's a great way to really pickle a dent up fast if you're not. In fact, the B1 and the B2, I prefer well over that smallest ball tip because of how sharp the pickle mark that little ball tip.
The B1. The B1 is the smallest one.
That's the one I use on high strength steel. That's where I like it.
Really?
Yeah. But I moved a little bit.
What?
Sorry,
nerd
Star Wars
joke
reference.
I actually stopped using the B1 and moved to the B2 for one reason. The B2 gave me just as fine a finish, but at a much faster rate.
Ooh, I'm still stuck on my BM.
I do like a BM at least once a day, usually in the morning.
You only have one BM a day?
Sometimes two. But really, definitely one BM. After I have my first cup of coffee, I'm usually running for the BM.
Oh, dude, I'm a 4. I'm a 4-a-dayer.
Wow, that's pretty good.
One.
What? How many BMs do you got a day there?
Child. You're a child.
I'm not a child. It's a natural bodily function. We're using proper medical terminology for it.
You're a child.
I've got 3 of them.
All right. So
yes. You know what? My kids love.
B16P.
I need to fact check that was R1, not B1. R1 would be.
Yeah. We have it in the show notes.
Oh, good.
So, yeah, R16P.
That's the one you use.
So the R16P, and then either I have.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The R16-P.
Okay.
And the B2 or the equivalent from Ultra, I have both, and it's dependent upon which hail rod I grab.
Okay, I got to go buy all these now because everyone I've talked to about John Renstrom fixing hell has said that he's a mad scientist, and now I need to become a mad scientist.
You're just figuring this out. He's a 1%er, man.
I know this. Okay,
have those
because I use something similar. I use a similar combo, but it's a little bit different, and I think I need to move to what he's doing. I do an R4 with a cherry cap on one side, and then I use the Edgy Tools golf tee on the other side.
The hefty.
What?
The hefty.
Yep.
No, not the hefty. The golf tee.
The golf tee.
Yeah, there's like a difference.
Okay.
I don't know. The original one, I use that.
Gotcha.
See, and that's really sharp, but that goes back to what I was talking about using that B1 tip. You can finish great and you can get that orange peel texture just perfect using them. But I found by going a little bit duller with that B2 and that sharper one from Ultra, that I got that texture put right back into it just as quickly. And that ball tip, I find I don't erase the texture quite so much. Also, it's a little bit slicker and looses fast in my world. So I don't have the extra grip on my crossbars. I like carbon fiber to carbon fiber, and I move quick.
Just to fact check, it's called B0. There is B1. The B0 is really sharp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Huh.
And that's one that Edgy has a super, super sharp one on as well.
Yeah.
And I do keep those, and they do have their place. But for the 90%.
Have any of you ever pushed through aluminum?
Like
Through it?
literally push through it?
Yes, I have pushed through it once.
What?
I have not pushed through aluminum. I have poked a tool through a steel panel, however.
I've ripped aluminum too on a fender.
Yeah,
I've ripped the underside of aluminum, like on a bracing, like I was fixing something and like the bracing rips.
Yeah.
I got in a lot of trouble for that one. And I like that was on a Porsche. I was fixing a dent, and the only way to get through it was through this thing, and I was fixing it, and it was like this heat case. Don't point. Look, people can see when you point your watch at us now. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. And I was trying to fix this. I was doing like a miracle for this dealership, and then it ripped. I'm like, and I straightened it out, and we put some touch up. I go, dude, it ripped. If you need to pay for me to replace the hood, I will. I'll pay for it. I don't care. Like it's aluminum. It's gonna rip. I'm sorry. And the dude was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. This manager, it's totally cool. To this day, 3 days later, I'll go and I'll work like a miracle for them. It's like, that's pretty good. But there was that one time that you ripped the. I'm like, I'm going to replace it.
Should have replaced it.
Yeah.
But anyways, listen, our watching audience now knows our signal for we're running out of time. So shut the hell up.
What's the signal for you talking too close to the mic?
Mike is over here.
Yeah, you suck tonight at that.
Sorry.
It's like almost as bad as when you eat. How many? We don't get many complaints. All right, like we don't get our listening audience is very gracious with us. But the few complaints that we do get is like, hey, could y'all just not eat while you do the podcast? And the only person eating is
Vince.
For me, I'm pointing down. Vince is below me. Is Vince?
He's the coolest request complaint.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me breathe now? Is this better?
It's much better.
Oh.
All right, well, gentlemen, this was kind of an action-packed, exciting first start to the 2020 PDR Tool Time.
So let's bring down some closing thoughts.
Let's bring it full circle back to the beginning.
Some closing thoughts of what do you have any PDR related New Year's resolutions?
I do.
Oh, you posted this up.
You posted something. You got a lot of action.
Yeah.
What, Vince? Sorry, I talked over you.
I'm not going to bring it into the mic anymore.
That's your New Year's resolution.
No, that should be Daniel's. Daniel's the worst at that.
China is asshole.
Okay. New Year's resolution for PDR related. For me, I posted this on your post there, Daniel, is I have a version 1 Eliminate light. Like back when James Lee ran over a light with his motorcycle and then turned it on to see that it still worked.
Oh, collector's item.
I still have a version 1. I have every single version of Eliminate.
So do I.
1, 2, 3. and they're all kind of on the fritz. I am very
You
hard.
have 2.5 though. Do you have 2.5?
Is that the one with like?
Yeah. I'm kidding.
No, but there was a time where
Yeah,
like,
I know.
you could upgrade it. Okay. Anyways, this year I'm going to finally figure out how to send in my limited lights and get them kind of just kind of overhauled.
I have an idea for you that will solve that really quick.
What is it?
Them all on opening day at Anson. I'm sure James Lee will be there, and you can hand them directly to him. Or you could drive them to Austin because you're only like 2 hours from Austin.
Look, I'm not going to do that to the guy. He's already nice as can be. I'm not going to like put a wrench in his system, right?
No, when he comes up to Anson, he usually picks up stuff and drops off stuff. So that's not even a big deal if you bring it up to us.
Yeah. And I just want to go through, I don't want any special treatment. I just want to go through the regular processes.
That's not special treatment, but go ahead. Yes.
So yeah, that's my big thing because I love my James Lee lights. I use them all day, every day, but they have some tweaks. Like the newest version for me of the James Lee light is as soon as my auto suction, it definitely works, but it works like every 10 seconds. So I'm fixing my dent and it's like,
that's probably your suction cup. Are you hold on maintaining the suction cup? Yeah, okay. We got it. Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, well, Daniel, that was actually a very good post because it took me a couple minutes to find it here, but you do have 88 comments on it. And Vince, do you have any?
Yes. At Anson, we plan on we've challenged ourselves to 52 new SKUs this year. Ooh. So that would average out to one new SKU a week, right? So that's our goal. We're 5 days into the new year and we already have 11. So
is that like your own or like just carrying a new product in general? Like if I were to like create a product and you start selling it, does that count towards it?
Yes.
Oh.
Now, keep in mind, we're not just accepting everything. That's one thing about working at Anson. We get a lot of people come to our doors. Not all of them make the cut nowadays. We are not a financier of tool companies, small or large. But if you have a good idea, we will, help you as much as we can.
Vince, I just remembered there is something that you need to say before we go. Yeah, I know you've pointed at your watch and like we got to go, but you need to go on a quick rant about shipping.
Oh, right. Shipping.
Yeah, we didn't cover that.
We did not cover that, did we?
Hurry up, do it, and then we're gone.
Okay, the quick rant is this. Listen, all tool companies are the same. Not anyone is different. You cannot calculate tools by weight and size. So if you are ordering a 50-inch whale tail or that weighs a half a pound or 5 tips that weigh a half a pound, they're completely different in weight and size, and it's calculated differently and it's automatically calculated. So all us tool companies, we when you're buying something online, we can't do anything about the shipping until we actually receive it, and then we can make adjustments, return it, money if needed and stuff like that. But don't think, and especially international, once you start getting into international and you see like a $400 bill to ship an illuminant light from the US to Canada, we're going to refund you. And 99% of the tool companies out there, they're going to refund you. Just let it go through. They'll catch it. And if they don't catch it, send them a friendly reminder that the shipping was outrageous and they will refund it. I guarantee you.
Yep.
And it doesn't go by weight. I found it's always by the size of the box, right?
No, it's the exact opposite. We run our website on Shopify. They could care less what the box size is. Has no.
Because when you go to UPS, it's the opposite.
We ship UPS.
Daniel, we're going to trust Vince's opinion over this. Since
No, I'm just asking questions because that's what I found, that they don't care about the weight. They care
Whenever
about
you
care a lot about
get
the
it
weight.
into a box or a prepackaged box that the shipper furnishes, it will always be cheaper. But obviously, we're not going to get a blending hammer, a dead in the ground blending hammer into a priority mailer from the U.S. Postal Service that costs $12 to ship.
Well, you can if you try hard enough.
I was going to say, Vince, what Daniel's talking about is, you're walking into the UPS store, and what Vince is talking about is commercial count, and there's a big whopping difference in that.
Yes.
Vince, you and I had a discussion too. We never did get around to that last week. Shipping. I've had stuff just sitting in postal boxes and distribution centers for weeks at a time. There is nothing the shipper can do about this.
That's the other thing.
Yeah.
If you want to save $1 or $2 by shipping USPS, the United States Postal Service, please keep in mind that you cannot track your package effectively. A lot of the times, you can't even track it at all, and it just miraculously appears on your door. It might be there in 2 days. It might be there in 2 weeks, but there's no way of tracking it. So if you really want to care about that door lord set that's setting you back $535, pay the extra $2 and go UPS, and that way you could track it.
Yeah.
Visit AnsonPDR.com for the largest selection for just about all your PDR tools, where you'll find hog glue and hog tabs.
Good old capitalism.
All right. My New Year's resolution is 4 new tools this year that I invent.
Ooh.
Okay.
Four.
Now, fresh ones or ones that you've been working on for the last 10 years?
No, fresh ones.
Okay.
Ooh, do we know about these yet?
No, I've got one that I figured out how to. It's been an idea that I've had in my head, but I didn't know how to manifest it, and I think I figured it out now. So,
are you going to send it to us to test?
Huh?
Are you going to send it to us to test?
Absolutely.
You better, because that's what you tell everyone else to do. So,
yeah, and in fact, actually, 2 people came forward to us just recently, and they turned out to be stellar ideas, and we're already on our way to manufacturing with them. We've helped them out and set them in the right direction. I'm not going to talk about what they are or anything like that, but 2 of our listeners came to us, and we helped them get in line with manufacturing, and they're going to be being produced soon.
I'll say this one thing about PDR Tool Time that I don't think there's several podcasts out there, and they all have their merits, right? But here's what I'm going to tell you: when it comes to PDR Tool Time, what you're going to get is you're going to get an experienced hell tech's opinion. You're going to get an experienced retail tech's opinion, Daniel. You're going to get my opinion, which is I'm 14 years in. I'm the least experienced. I'm the least experienced guy.
You're a mobile guy.
But I'm just saying, I'm the least experienced in this entire group, and I have 14 years. I still have over a decade, right? And I'm the least experienced here. And I'm the mobile retail and door dinger. And then we have a guy who is in the tool world, actually helping make, manufacture, and run a tool company. So when you come here and you listen to the show, you're not just hearing a bunch of dent guys who just fiddle-faddle around or whatever. You're hearing from guys with 20 plus years experience, not including me, and with not just one area of PDR. You have pretty much every area of PDR covered as far as our opinions go.
Oh, we're really well rounded when you say it like that.
Yeah, and so we're it's not that we're not the be all end all, but we all suck in lots of ways, but there's a few ways that we're really good at, and when you combine those all together, it makes a pretty decent little thing there. So,
yeah.
And all 4 of us love this industry.
Yeah.
Yep.
most days.
So that's my resolution.
New Year's resolution, John.
Close the deal on a 20K estimate.
Oh man, if you get that, I'm gonna mail you whatever bottle of bourbon you want.
I'll high five you.
Actually, I'm not going to do that because you won't be able to enjoy it. I'll do something else.
What's your highest so far?
18.
18. So your goal is 20.
Goal was right
Okay.
20. I was hoping I could do it this year, but it didn't. The situation didn't manifest itself. So yeah, my goal is to not only be able to write it, because writing it's the easy part. It's sealing the deal and getting paid on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
We're well over the hour mark now, so we might want to wrap this up at this point.
All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to level up your tools.
Don't do stupid stuff.
Embrace the crazy.
And keep it stiff. Thanks for listening.
See y'all.
Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date with all the industry and tool related news every week.
Don't forget to grab your Magnatech mat, available at most PDR tool distributors.
Mobile Tech RX, the app that helps you make more money.